Imagine a 9-year-old girl. She's small for her age and very timid. Some would say she's even shy. Now imagine how she got to this point. Her past has led her here. When she was younger, her father abused her mother, both physically and emotionally. Her father was kicked out of the house and didn't contact her after the age of 4. When she was 8, her mother was remarried. At the age of 9, her stepfather moved out, and she doesn't understand why. Shortly after, they got a divorce. It's hard for her at school knowing that all her friends have a family surrounding them, while she doesn't have that at home. She doesn't understand why her family is like this, and she's afraid she'll live with this cloud of darkness for her whole life. Now realize that this is the reality for many children in America. Probably half the people in this room, maybe even more, have been affected by divorce in some manner, even if it's not directly from their parents. According to the American Psychological Association, between 40 and 50% of all marriages end in divorce. The topic of divorce has been extremely influential in my life and family, causing me to want to help others to find themselves in this hard situation, leading me to do research on this topic. There are many negative impacts of divorce on children in America today, but steps are being taken to help these children. The problem is that divorce commonly occurs in American families, which results in psychological trauma in children. The divorce rate in America is rising, and it's harming the children psychologically. This is a chart compiled from the research done by the Gordon Youth Poll Survey, and they asked children what they thought arguing between their parents meant. And 35% thought that meant hitting and screaming between the parents. 39% thought it was disagreeing, and 26% thought it was their parents criticizing each other. Kendra Jolivet, who is a family law attorney, cited this chart in her research and stated that children felt that they either wanted their parents to stay together throughout the divorce, or they felt that it was their fault that their parents were being divorced. And this leads the children to have a feeling that they have control over this topic when they really don't have any control at all. Divorce can also be traumatic in children, and that was noted by Carl Pickard, who holds a PhD in psychology. He noted the differences between young children and adolescents' differences both externally and internally about divorce. This is important because it shows that divorce affects children of all ages, not just younger or older children. The differences between the 2 ages included aggression, long-term anger, and sensitivity to the subject of divorce, all 3 related to the older children. The similarities between the 2 ages included a loss of trust, a loss of love, a greater independence that was felt, and a greater resentment towards their parents. There are organizations that are taking steps to prevent the long-lasting psychological impacts of divorce. These are 2 logos, and the first one is known as Kids Turn, and they are a nonprofit program that helps families through parental separation. They use either online workshops or walk-in workshops in the San Francisco Bay Area to help families. One of the board members, Charles Spiegel, was at first a customer 8 years ago when his family was going through the hard times of divorce. After the program had helped his family, he set out to make the program more effective and able to reach more people. As Charles joined the board, he created the platform for the online workshops to include it to further people than just the San Francisco Bay Area. The second logo is for the Children's Institute, and they use the Children of Divorce Intervention Program, also known as CODIP, and home schools and also in the community for the children to be supported. They go into the homes and schools, and they use the parents and the teachers that are already there to create a support system for the children. Divorce has a very significant impact on each and every child today. Whether it's their own family that is affected by divorce or a friend's family, every child will be touched by divorce in some manner. However, steps can be and are being taken to help these children. Now remember the story about the 9-year-old girl. I was once the little girl that was afraid to talk to anyone that I didn't know super well. I was the little girl that went to school and looked around and asked why this was happening to me. But even though I didn't have the support of these organizations, I'm here today telling you that it's possible to get through divorce.